I am not a financial advisor, and the things I tell in the videos is not financial advice. What I'm trying to do in this YouTube channel is to review crypto projects as good as I can. In this video, I'm gonna try to review multiple projects at the same time. Normally, I go to the web pages, I explore everything I can, and I draw some lines to explain what the project is doing exactly. But in this video, I'm gonna go through an Excel file. We're gonna try to understand everything in here I have already prepared before the video. So our projects are Cyber, Zeta, Portal, and Dimension. I have opened their web pages and the CoinGecko pages. If we need to check them, we will check them. But generally, I will go through this Excel file. Let's start. So let's start with the category, and also let's start with the exact thing what the projects are doing. Let's start with Cyber. This is actually Cyber Connect, and its website is telling us on-chain friends last forever. This project is a social fi project. The category is social fi, but this project is not building a social media platform like Twitter or others. This project is actually providing an infrastructure for teams to build their own social media applications. And if you check the webpage, you will see a Linktree link in here. This Linktree is actually a social media platform which has built on top of CyberConnect. This is the first example of theirs. So CyberConnect is a social fi project, and it is providing an infrastructure. It has a token on Ethereum. As you can see in here, it has a token on Binance Chain as well, but the main token is on Ethereum, and they are mainly using Polygon for the transaction costs and the speed. So number 2, Zeta Chain. Zeta Chain is a layer 1 project. If you go to its webpage, you can see simple, fast, and secure omnichain blockchain. This blockchain is a unique blockchain. It is providing EVM infrastructure, and also it is between in the middle of many blockchains. For example, if you want to connect Zeta Chain to Bitcoin, you can connect. If you want to connect Zeta Chain to Ethereum, you can connect. Zeta Chain is using a unique messaging protocol. By using this messaging protocol, it can connect any blockchain in time. And if we try to give an example, what is the benefit of connecting Zeta Chain to Bitcoin blockchain? The benefit is Bitcoin blockchain doesn't have smart contracts, but Zeta Chain has smart contracts. If you want to build a smart contract, a decentralized application, and then if you want to connect Zeta Chain to Bitcoin, you can use the original Bitcoin on Zeta Chain's smart contract. So it has a unique infrastructure. We can tell that it is a brand new technology in the crypto space. And Zeta Chain is a layer 1 crypto project. So let's go to the portal now. Portal's category is GameFi mainly. If you go to its webpage, you can see some gaming videos and pictures. If you go down a little bit more, you can see some details, and then you will see more than 200 games. So Portal is working on building a platform. This platform's main purpose is to connect to the games which they have already made the partnerships, and while connecting them, the players will be able to connect and do some social interactions by using Portal tokens. And Portal itself has a node system which is keeping the information inside of it. So this is a unique platform also, but right now they do not have anything. They only have these partnerships with the games, and they're trying to work on building the infrastructure right now. And it is a GameFi project. Number 4 is Dimension. Dimension is a layer 2 fi project. I added this fi at the end of layer 2 because this is not a layer 2 project. This is a project which is providing an infrastructure to build layer 2 chains. So if you want to build a layer 2 chain, if you have a team, if you have a company, you can come to Dimension, and then you can go to the documentation. If you check this documentation very carefully, you will learn how to build your own rollup. Rollup means, like, you can say layer 2s. So Dimension is an infrastructure project for building layer 2. So I set to the category layer 2 file. So we try to understand the categories of these projects, and we have tried to understand what they are doing exactly. Now let's go through this Excel file and try to analyze the projects. Cyber is located at 410th place in the ranking, Zeta 150, Portal 185, and Dimension is 110. I put red mark on these numbers. As you can see, there are red marks, green marks, and half green marks, we can say, and the red marks are representing the risky points, greens are representing the good points, and the half greens the middle situation. I put red mark on the rankings of all of them. Why? Because if you check the ages of these projects, the ages are very small. Means that all of these projects are very young projects. If you go to the CoinGecko pages, if you click the max on the charts, you can see these projects are really young projects. Of course, they have started to build 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We don't know about that exactly, but they have been alive on CoinGecko and the centralized exchanges in the last 6 months, and all of their circulation percentages are really low. If we go to the CoinGecko again, if we check the circulating supply for CyberConnect, we can see 11 million and the total supply is 100 million. 10% of circulating supply. If we go to Zeta chain, the same thing. If we go to Portal, with the same thing. If we go to Dimension, it is the same thing. So all of these projects are very young, their circulation percentage is very low, and their ranking is actually high. So this means that these projects, and also one more thing, their exchanges are full. Means that if we go to the CoinGecko page, if we click the markets, you can see they have been listed on many centralized exchanges, including Binance. Means that these projects have prepared for this bull run. As you know, the Bitcoin is running around $62,000 as the time I'm recording this video. Means that the crypto industry is moving forward right now, and everybody is expecting a great bull run, and means that these projects have been preparing for this era. In this era, with the very low circulation numbers and very young projects, they have been listed on many prestigious exchanges, and their ranking is very high. Means that they're selling their tokens with a high price, not a low price. So at this point, we need to be very careful, because if we purchase these projects and if the things go bad, for example, if the crypto industry turns from bull market into the bear market suddenly, or in the bull market, if many new projects comes inside, the total money will be distributed to the other projects, and these projects will not be able to take attention so much. So this is a risk if you are considering to invest these tokens. But on the other hand, we know these are young projects in the hands of big players like centralized exchanges and the pre-investors, the secret investors or the capitals of these projects. Means that yes, they are selling the tokens with a high price right now, but they still want to sell the tokens in higher prices. Means that if the bull market continues for a long time, they will try to raise these projects to the higher point in the ranking to sell the tokens with higher prices. Means that if you purchase now, there is still a huge possibility the prices will continue to surge and you can sell them with a higher price. So these are not financial advice, please be careful. Let's continue. I had already said that the ages are very small, the projects are young, the circulation numbers are very low, the rankings are high. And we have already mentioned the categories and the exchanges. Let's continue with GitHub. Cyber project has a GitHub, and Zeta and Dimension project also has GitHub. Their GitHubs are in the middle situation, means that they have their own GitHub and the GitHub is active averagely. But I could not find the Portal project's GitHub, so I put none, and this is one of the risky points of Portal project. If you go to the Twitter, if we check all of these projects' Twitter pages, you can see they have many followers and the posts are coming up regularly. There is no problem on Twitters. And if we check the scope, this is the most important part for me. The most important number one for me is GitHub. The number two is the scope. The scope consists of many elements in here. Number one, the website. Number two, the documentation. Number three, products. Number four, utility. In here, when I say middle, I'm considering all of them mixed, balanced in the average position. And I'm telling Cyber Portal and Dimension are at the middle point for me, but Zeta has a very large scope. If we go to Zeta's web page, we can see actually there is nothing on the front page, but if we go down, if we check GitHub, we will see they have lots of shares and the shares are being updated regularly, and there is this ecosystem page. If we click the ecosystem, you can see they have many products. It is 20 pages, and if you go deeper, if you check some pages in here, you can find many projects. They already have their web pages and they're supporting Zeta chain, and this is the true shares from Zeta chain. So it means that the Zeta chain scope is large for me. If we talk about blog pages, Cyber and Dimension are in the middle. Zeta has a good blog shares, but Portal does not have a blog right now, or I could not find it. If you find it, please put the link under this video and then I'm gonna pin your message to show it on the top. And if we check the YouTube pages, these projects are very young. If they do not have YouTube pages right now, there is no problem, because the young projects may not have their YouTubes ready. After they build their products, maybe they will have. So Cyber, Portal and Dimension, I could not find their YouTube channels, but Zeta has a great YouTube channel. They have already made their YouTube channel. There are many videos explaining some details. So Zeta is getting a check mark on YouTube as well. In the team part, I could not find the Portal and Dimensions team. If you find them and if you put a link under this video, I'm gonna be happy again. But for Cyber and Zeta, teams are reachable. I have found their names, I checked them on YouTube, and they have many interviews. And in the interviews, Cyber and Zeta's team are aware of many details and they're explaining the project in a logical way. So it satisfied me. So I've put check mark to Cyber and Zeta's team. So let's come to the negative and positives of these projects. Let's start with Cyber again. I have already mentioned some of them, but I'm gonna repeat them to be clear. For Cyber, this is a young project and it is a complex project to understand. If a regular crypto user comes to this page and try to understand Cyber Connect, he will not understand immediately. So this is bringing a complexity for understanding and building the project. And the circulation supply is very low and the model is not really easy to understand for the social media application builders. As for now, this thing can change in the future. So for the positive things, the category is positive. You know, we are in a bull market, hopefully, and if the bull market continues for some time, I am sure social fi trend will come. So category is a positive part of CyberConnect project. the team is a positive part of Cyber Connect project. The team is okay, and they have many good partners. And if things goes well with these partners, and I am sure they will build many social applications and we're gonna use them hopefully. So the partners are the positive ones. If we come to Zeta, this project is also a young project, and this project is a complex project, not for understanding but for building. It is a complex project, and especially the messaging protocol, the bridge between the other blockchains, will not be understandable for the most users. And the circulation supply is still low like the other ones. The positive part of Zeta, the scope is really large and their ecosystem is growing significantly. And the team is reachable and we can check everything. It's getting a check mark from the team, and the progress of developing the project is going really well, and we can follow in their blog and in their YouTube. So that is a good point also. If we go to Portal, again, this project is a young project, and the content of this project is negative right now, because if we go to the web page, if we check the web page very carefully, we cannot find something really useful. If you check, you will gonna see these are old words and words and words again. There's not even a link to explain something, so it is very hard to understand. The content is very low right now. The circulation supply is low, and I could not find the GitHub as well, and I could not find the team as well. So Portal has a more negative parts from the others. And the positive thing is category again. As we have mentioned, gamify can be a great trend in this bull market, and they have already partnered more than 200 games. They are showing some of them here. So this is a very positive thing. Yes, they do not have content right now. Their circulation supply is low and they do not have a GitHub. But in the future, they can change these things with these partners and the games and with the trend of gamify. So model, partners, and category is the positive things of this project. If we come to dimension, again, this project is a young project and the circulation number is very low. We cannot find a team, and the utility is a negative part of this project again, because dimension is providing an infrastructure for building layer 2s. And as you know, not so many people can build layer 2 projects. You need to have a company, you need to be interested in building layer 2s, or you need to have a team, you need to be interested building layer 2s to use dimension. And so means that this project is not touching the individuals in the crypto industry, and the utility has a small scope in this project. But if we check the positive parts, the infrastructure is great. They're using updated infrastructures, updated codes. They're partner with Celestia, and Celestia is a brand new technology also in the modular blockchain. They're working together. So infrastructure for dimension is getting a check mark. It's a positive thing. And also, as you know, we are still in the layer 2 trends era. Layer 2s are coming from everywhere right now, so means that the trend will continue for some time, and dimension can get a benefit from this trend. And sustainability is the positive thing also for this project, because the infrastructure it is providing is a great infrastructure. The new layer 2s, if they find dimension useful, and if they keep using dimension to build their layer 2s, sooner or later, the Dimension project will take a great place in the industry, and it is bringing a sustainability with the modular blockchain infrastructure as well. So I have tried to explain the projects, I have tried to touch the good parts and the bad parts of these projects, and in the end, I will try to give my latest comment, and let's start for it. So as I told you, these projects ranking places are high right now, but it does not mean they will not continue surging in the ranking and surging in the pricing. Yes, I told these projects was planning to get listed on the exchanges. At the same time, the circulation is very low. While being young, they are selling their tokens with high price. But in the bull market, anything is possible. If trends continue to change again and again, these projects turn will come. Means that in the bull market they still can grow in the pricing, and they can come up to the top 50 maybe in the ranking. But if you ask me, if this happens later on, they will go back to the ranking that they deserve. Maybe in the bear market, I don't know, maybe in the bull market, but sooner or later they will go back to their position that they deserve. The industry is working like that. Yes, sometimes they're changing their ranking position, but in the end they're coming to the position that they deserve. It happened many times. It is happening right now, and I think it will continue to happen in the future. I need to remind you that I am not a financial advisor, and the things I tell in the videos is not financial advice. Please try to be very careful, and I hope you success in your journey. See you in the next video. Bye bye.